It's no fucking rock and roll Buck Zumhofe fucking homework bullshit that we had to watch.
It's a great transition.
Can someone please thank you so I can edit this fucking shit for YouTube? If you're not subscribed to YouTube, people, I mean, youtube.com/The Shining Wizards. Come on. If you have not been listening to the show live, you clearly at this point in the podcasting version have heard us argue about HK's homework that he bestowed upon us. Please explain. Tony, you're not here. What do you care? Tony, another 2-hour show. What do you care? You're not here, Tony. Shithead. Fucking asshole.
That we can agree on.
Yeah, all the wizards are here. They're just not on this show.
Love you,
yeah,
Tony.
Brundo, why are you watching this? It's your anniversary, Brundo. Shouldn't you be going to Pound Town?
Yeah, really smoke that ass.
Get up in them guts, son.
Big old guts.
All right.
Scramble the eggs.
We're all fired up over here. Uncle Fred got us all worked up.
I'm sorry about that.
No, we're good. It's all fun. It's all fun. It's good. It makes great radio. It's entertaining, Kevin. Don't ever apologize for the way you feel. Maybe the other Kevin can apologize for making us watch this hunk of fucking shit, though.
Whoa.
Monologue.
Whoa.
Tell us why.
So here's what happened, right? Last Monday, going in, I knew what the homework was going to be. I knew exactly what it was going to be, right? I had a match picked out that I fell in love with. In my mind, I was like, you know what? If these guys have seen this before, they'll never remember it. This is going to be great. Had it picked out. Then I stumbled across a Facebook post.
Don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
I stumbled upon a Facebook post that made mention of something that I did not know existed, and that was the Buck Zumhofe short documentary called Rock to Cradle. And I came across and went, boy, that would be fun homework after Double T made me sit through that bullshit I didn't understand last week. So I double checked with my main man, Tony with the Y. I said, Tony, remind me, homework just essentially has to be wrestling related, right? And he said, 100%. And I said, okay, here's what I'm thinking. And he said, yep, there it is. So Tony had seen it to this point. I had not seen it. So I experienced it for the first time, same as you guys did. That's why I picked it.
Matt, you want to go first?
I don't even have like. First of all, you didn't watch it to begin. Like you didn't like.
I didn't vet it. No. Nope.
Yeah, it holds there's no reason for you. You were just like, me and Tony think this is funny, so we're gonna make you guys watch this.
No, not necessarily. It could have been amazing. It could have
been amazing.
Right.
Yeah, if I had wings, I could have been a bird, but I don't have fucking wings.
No, you know how big your wings would have to be?
It'd be big, but I'd be a fucking bird, wouldn't I?
Nah, not necessarily.
Man. For the sake of the Shining Wizards and the people that listen to this show, I didn't recommend a match because it was on a porn site. And you didn't even have the common decency to watch this hunk of shit before you suggested it to us.
Yeah, that's true. That was part of the excitement. This is first time for everybody.
There was no excitement for who?
First time for everyone.
It's called fucking Buck Zumhofe Rock the Cradle. He's in prison for sexually molesting kids. What part of this fucking title did you think was a good idea?
It wasn't glorifying the man.
You go back to when he announced this last week. And I immediately, no. This was a terrible idea. A terrible idea. This is going to be on my fucking computer forever, by the way. Watching this fucking thing. 19,000 other people.
And it's also, you press the play button. It is the worst piece of edited shit I've ever seen. And the cover, I don't know who was doing the narrative.
I thought it was Jesse Ventura.
So did I.
Yeah, it sounded like
AI. I don't know who wrote the script or whatever. If you were a wrestling fan in the 80s, Buck Zumhofe was one of the top 5 household names. What are you fucking drugs are you on?
I don't know who the fuck. Matt, I'm so glad you brought that up. It was like Donnie and Vin or something like that. Like
Donnie
some
and Vin
radio
can get
stupid
hit by a
show.
fucking tractor trailer.
Fucking Bucks. You know 5 names in wrestling. They put him with Andre the Giant, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan. Are you out of your fucking balls? Buck Zumhofe was.
Like what?
It
It was. First of all, it wasn't even a good docu. It wasn't even whatever it was.
was
Wasn't
terrible. It was terrible, even by documentary standards.
Wasn't good. It was atrocious. I wanted to see more footage of the fucking 3x3 ring that these retards were wrestling in
with the fucking pleather canvas, like whatever it was, like the tarp canvas.
It was rough.
Like his bit, they're like he was the first person in a body bag. He's the first person to wrestle Triple H. He's a fucking kid toucher. We shouldn't be glorifying him.
Nobody glorified him.
That's funny.
We do every week. He's in a fucking chat. We laugh about it.
I agree with you, Matt. We should never mention him again.
No, he should die a horrible death. Who picked him off? Point for handsome Kevin.
Go on.
Yeah, I was gonna say I picked him in the death. The documentary itself, right?
This
doesn't
motherfucker Matthew Birch? He hung around. He hung around to fucking.
I love MB.
Body blows at me.
Love MB.
What the fuck, Birch? Where did we lose you, buddy? Where did we lose you?
Stay strong, MB. Stay strong.
I'm gonna pull it up because and then you can get back to whatever point you're gonna make.
Okay.
Matt watches true crime documentaries all the time, and then he complains when HK assigns one for home. You didn't watch this, Matt. There's no way you watched this and thought this was even on the same level of. I could make a better true crime documentary in my bathroom about me shitting my pants Wednesday morning.
Great point. That is a true crime.
All right, sorry, HK. We're all fired up.
No. For the documentary itself, like I do want to make like clear to everybody, it does not do anything as far as putting Buck in a good light. Not even close. I think that like what KJG? You think it did?
How could you make a documentary about putting him in a good light?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's not glorifying him in any way. One of the things that like while watching it I found interesting is like you watch this guy and it's clear every step of the way there's something fucking wrong. You know what I mean? Like there's something completely wrong with him. Even like, and obviously the crimes he's committed, heinous, right? Absolutely heinous, right? He should be put down.
Yes.
But then if you just look at the wrestling side of it, like just that side of it, you see a guy that is so unbelievably out of touch with wrestling and a guy who thinks that his value is so much more than it actually is. Like the
what did he do? Hijack a wedding or like
I couldn't hear a fucking thing. The audio was atrocious.
It was a benefit for a child with cancer. And towards the end, you see Larry the Axe is to the side because Larry the Axe is going to beat the shit out of him.
I didn't know Larry in that.
Yes. Yeah. Larry the Axe. So like at every turn, it was here is a fucking horrible person. Right. Any way you look at it. And here's somebody that doesn't understand his lot in life. It was, and again, not good. I found out the same way everybody else found out. Not a good watch, right? Not a fun watch.
Need a 25-minute watch to know he's a fucking awful person.
Right. No, of course not. It was something else though. It was absolutely something else. Listening to him talk about he doesn't know who Rey Mysterio is, right? Listening to him talk about like they're getting all these kids in camp and they're going to set them up and they're going to run. You know what do you say? They're going to run
at least Gagne's school. They're
going to run 280 shows, right? And I can tell you this, man. I'd never been to a Buck Rock and Roll Zumhofe wrestling show once. I did recognize some of the places that they showed footage of his shows. Never been to one of his shows. Like it was not an easy watch. It was definitely at times super uncomfortable.
Yeah. Thank God it was only 25 minutes, to be honest with
you. Only 25 minutes. But yeah, that was different, man. That was different. I found out the same way everybody else did.
I don't understand how it has fucking 19,000 views.
Nah, I don't know.
It's horrendous. And then like the last 6 minutes, just someone reading.
Yeah, the fucking court, whatever the fuck it was, like the transcripts. Fucking awful. I thought it was all AI. I thought the commentator was like AI Jesse Ventura, and I thought
was
that
Sounded
weird.
like it. Yeah,
It was so
sounded like
weird. It was Karrion Cross.
Oh, weird.
Or
oh wow, that's a good pull, Matt.
Or fuck, what's the comedian that does Jesse Ventura?
Will Sasso?
Yes,
Will Sasso.
one of them.
Yeah, it's one of the Sassos.
Man,
They have like 12 kids.
I'll say this: had I vetted this, I would have went with the match I had planned on.
oh, thanks.
Yeah,
A lot of good.
Had I vetted it. Yeah, sorry, man. It's the way it goes sometimes. It's like a pop quiz. You don't know what's going to happen. Boom,
Can you
there
do
it is.
me a favor in the future? Can you just make your own fucking decisions? You don't need to go to your fucking daddy Tony.
I didn't go to Daddy Tony with a Y. I didn't. I ran it past him to make sure that. Guess what? It doesn't have to be a match.
You
It doesn't
put
have to
fuck
be.
Zumhofe documentary, LOL, and Tony said yes.
No, I did not, motherfucker.
I bet you did.
I bet you I didn't.
You fucking chode.
Bring it up, Tony with a Y. Let's see here.
Fucking Kevin, the question mark over there with all his fucking questions. Can I do this? Can I do that? Should we do this? Is this acceptable?
I said, Tony, match doesn't need to be a homework. I had one in the hopper for weeks, but I was just made aware of something else that might be better. Tony says, I said might be, didn't know. Tony says, so long as it's wrestling, doesn't have to be a match. So I sent him the screenshot of where I came across it.
And then he said, 100% right. He said he was all in.
I said, what do you think? And he said, I've seen this. It's so uncomfortable. I said, if you've already seen it, I'll wait and go with my original pick. Tony says, no. No one else has seen it. Fuck him. I said, I had to sit
Sounds
through
like Tony.
that dump match. This could be a little bit of turnabout as fair play. Then Tony said, you achieved dump status? I said twice this morning.
Matt's homework was not as miserable.
So that's what this is going to turn into. If you don't like the homework you're assigned, you're going to try and like one up the homework with more.
No, not necessarily.
Shit.
I would have done that before with Brundo's homeworks. I didn't care for that either.
This was the worst one ever.
Trying to broaden your fucking wrestling horizons here, and you're dropping this hunk of dog shit in my lap.
Yeah, I dog shit in your lap.
I would have rather watched another one of your fucking sycophant WWE matches from the mid 2000s that I've never seen.
Sycophant.
Those are mine.
You just like no, because HK only suggests WWE stuff too.
Oh, okay.
Anything on the WWE network, so WCW falls under that banner.
I make it readily available.
Do you not know how the internet works? It's easy to find things. This was also a fucking pain in the ass to find on YouTube.
No, it wasn't.
I put in fucking rock and roll, rock the cradle, whatever the fuck his stupid asshole name is. I got people talking about it. I don't want to see any. I just want to watch this shitty 25-minute video with the terrible music too.
Yeah, that music was a little tough, wasn't it?
Oh my god. And you know what? When it was like he's like a maniac and he like interrupted a ceremony, I was like, okay, like you got me. But then
I will say this though, his microphone posture was on. His microphone posture was on point though. Like he had a perfect like parallel to the ground mic hand right there.
It must be nice. Like the guy who like put this together, like listened to that, and he was like, do I put subtitles? Nah, we'll just let them figure it out themselves. Like he's like, and everyone does good, and I'm rock and roll Buck Zumhofe, and the retard with the camera is like cheering for him.
He did bury like all the other promotions in that, like all of them Minnesota. It was weird.
Yeah.
Who was the guy? I thought for some reason I thought that was like Jumping Jim Brunzell or something. Who were the guys that were doing the actual? Yeah, in
that awkward in the benefit
fundraiser thing because you started mentioning like indie promotions, like the guys that were talking were like promoters of something else.
Yep. So one of them was Mick Karch.
Okay.
And then I forget. Golly, I knew the other guy. I can't pull his name now. But yeah, you see, like I said, you see Larry the Axe just off screen because he was on his way up to whoop Buck's ass.
I have another question too.
Go.
There is a part like it's like the shitty fucking editing, this final arrest. Does it say who the voice of the guy is who's like I rode with him and his daughter and like I knew something was off? Like it never says who that guy
Oh.
was,
Was
does
it
it?
a guy or was it a woman that said that?
It sounded like a man.
When she was like, I knew something was up because the way that they were interacting and like that part of it.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was a woman.
But they never said like who it was.
Yeah.
Like
No.
that would have been pertinent to the story.
Yeah,
True.
sure would have.
Unless it was just another AI fucking Minnesota wrestler. You just put AI Minnesota wrestler.
It was AI Rick Rude.
Well, Brundo was kind of. Let me take this down because this will be real easy for me to edit this.